ladies and gentlemen and ladies, girls and boys and girls. Welcome back. It's the holiday weekend. I got my little tie on. I guess I'm a little bit of, I don't know, patri, have my patriotism thing going on. I digress though, but let's get right into it. Welcome back. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button if you made it this far, in our inspirational talks with David. Today, I'm not gonna talk to you real long. Don't be mad at me. I wasn't trying to talk long. I wasn't. I mean, I wasn't trying to talk long. I was just trying to educate you a little bit. And today, since the holiday is coming up, we're going to talk about 10 basic principles so you can actually celebrate July the 4th instead of you lie the 4th. You lie the 4th. So I'm going to give you some basic 10 principles so we can break that you lie the 4th attitude and disposition that we all of us was brought into and lied about. And first of all, let's give some positive energy and some great prayers to, it's been a week now, to the victims and over there at the condo building collapse in South Surf, Florida. June 24th, last week, approximately 1:30 a.m., the Chaplain Towers South, a 13-story beachfront condominium building in Miami suburb of Surfside, Florida, United States, experienced a sudden partial collapse. And as of today, 18 people has been confirmed dead, 11 injured. Again, it happened a week from today. My heart saddens, but the positive energy is sent to the families and the victims. Is sent your way. And the people who subscribe to our channel, who link up with us with Inspirational Minutes with David, the Fly Optician, we're sending prayers, and abundant energy going their way. This is the third largest building failure in the history of the United States. Third to Oklahoma and New York City. And there's 145 people still missing. That's why, you have to be careful who you give your energy to. You have to be always question. That's why I talk about evolving and question things, like we used to do when we were younger. It was 3 years ago, they say a consultant found alarming evidence of major structural damage, in the concrete slab below the pool dock, and huge crackling and crumbling of the columns and beams and walls of the parking garage under that building. And things like that had to be questioned. Things like that where people living on top of each other, living in your families, and you have to question some things. You can't just let things go on. So my endeavor, yes, is for us to evolve. And yes, today, I'll talk today, Inspirational Minutes with David. We're talking about the holiday that's coming up. But, we also need to look at ourselves. Let's break the you lie, the 4th disposition. And I'm going to give you 10 basic principles. Okay? 10 basic principles from the Fly Optician. Always remember that Your mind. Your mind is your power. That's your power, your mind. Your mind has power because what you think, you become. What you say and put out in the universe, it will attract and magnify its way back to you. So be careful of your words because your mind is your power. And you have power over your mind, not outside events. You have the power over your mind. Realize this and you'll find strength. All you have control is your mind. Your mind. You can influence outside events more or less, but everything comes down to your opinion about what happened around you. By learning to master your thoughts, you master your life and realize a power for greater than anything outside yourself. That's rule number 1. Master your mind. Know that you have control of your mind. Let's get right into it. Number 2, be grateful. Be grateful. Show gratitude for what you have. Be grateful for what you have. Do not indulge in dreams of having what you have not, but reckon up the chief of the blessings you do possess, people, family, friends, and then thankfully remember how you could crave for them if they weren't even yours. That's a quote by Marcus Aurelius. See, you should always be happy for what you own. Being grateful shifts your way of thinking from, I wish I had more, or I need this, or I wish I was like him or her, trying to be like somebody else, to, I'm glad, I'm happy that I have this or that. I now appreciate my stuff better. I now appreciate and more grateful for the things that I do have. I appreciate the things that I do have because a lot of people may not be in the place where I'm at. And I appreciate the things that I have. I should never be obsessed with the others, people, material lives. Never ever be obsessed with someone else who you think might be doing better than you. You be happy. Be grateful for what you have. Number 3, time is your most precious resource. Not to live if you had endless years ahead of you. Death overshadows you. While you're alive and able, be good. While you're alive and able, be good. Because here's the deal. We have a born date and we have an expiration date. But it's what you do. It's what you do in that dash. It's what you do in that dash in between the two. Our life is infinite, or finite. And when you're young, you don't really listen to the old folks. You don't want to listen to us. That they say life is very short. You know, life come like that. Everything is evanescent around you. It goes quickly. It goes quickly. Life goes quickly. The world, as you know, it is incomplete change. And it seems like time flies by again, quickly. Remind yourself regularly that time is your most precious resource. Money is time and time is money. You only have so long to live. So strive diligently to live in a way that will leave you with no regrets. Don't waste your life with people that pull you down, negative energy, negative minded, negative talking, negative, crappy, trashy energy. Don't waste your time with people like that. They will pull you down. Don't accept every situation that you're in and quit that job that you hate. Oh, maybe we need to drop a bomb on that one. Quit your job that you hate. All money is not good money. Number 4, Do not look for happiness in the material. Do not look for happiness in the material. You know why? It is not the man who has little, but the man who craves more that is poor. You know, I realized in my lifetime that some of the poorest people in the world, all they have is money. Because their energy is wrong. They think they're better than people. They're negative energy. Some of the poorest people in the world, all they have is money. So it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. You see, excessive materialism is just another sign that something inside of us is missing. That we need acceptance from others. And so we try to fill that with material things. Happiness should come from within. You should be happy about self, what you have gratitude about self, about your life, about the things that you do, about you, love you. Sure, it's nice when you can buy new things like a watch, a car, a phone, or even a simple t-shirt. But remember family, every material good is only temporary. It degrades slowly every day. So please, I implore you, please, do not be obsessed with material goods. Number five, change your perspective on failure. I think we talked about that before. First expectations, first attempts in learning. You don't develop courage by being happy in your relationships every day. You develop it by surviving each difficult thing that you go through. You develop it by surviving difficult times and moments and challenging adversity. You see, reaction to failure matters much more than the actual cause that made you fail. Okay? For some people, it's natural to see failure as a negative. However, remember your goal, to become the best version of yourself possible. If you look at things in that way, each failure becomes a valuable opportunity for personal development, an opportunity to use as a stepping stone to almost inevitable success. So remember, people, fam, failure. Do not be afraid of your failures. To fail, I did a video about like almost a year ago. To fail, first attempt in learning. We never lose. We either win or we freaking learn. Number 6, reflect on your productivity. It's not that we have little time, but more that we waste is a good deal of it. Whoa, wow, that hit me right there. Yes, it's not that we have little time, but we waste a good deal of it. Yeah, get a bump. It's not that we have little time, but more that we waste a good deal of it. Remember that. Remember what I just said. Very related to number 3, on any given day. How much time do you spend towards what matters most to you? Question yourself there. How much time do you spend toward what matters most to you? Try to spend more time with your family, on your crafts, or on taking care of yourself. Successful people tend to be great at prioritizing what is most important, imperative to them. So reflect on what you spend your time on during the day, and make the necessary changes to realize the life of your dreams. There's no magic pill. Number 7, always remember why. Question your why. I talk about question your why, and always remember why. At dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. What do I have to complain of? if I'm going to do what I was born for things I was brought into the world to do? Question mark. Or is this what I was created for? Question mark. The why. To huddle under the blankets and stay warm? Question mark. Don't you see the plants, the birds, the ants, and spiders and bees about their individual tasks daily, putting the world in order as best they can? Question mark. And you're not willing to do your job as a human being? Wow. Why do you do the things that you do? Number 8, have a role model. Associate with those who will make a better man or woman of you. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. Welcome those whom you yourself can improve. The process is mutual. For men, learn while they teach. I've learned a lot of things since I've done Inspirational Minutes with David, sharing my thoughts, my compassion, my love with you, family. You see, it's hard to measure your progress as a human being without anything to measure it against. Similarity is bad to measure yourself against people who are not positive role models. One should compare himself with the best people, but also with the least good people. This way, one can exactly know where he is ranking, where he or she are ranking. You need to find someone that inspires you because of their great character, who represents the qualities you find most desirable. And once you found someone you can aspire to be like, you have a benchmark you can constantly use to gauge your own progress. So that's a great one. Number 8, have a role model. It's not by studying them or copying them, but it is. You take parts of them that you like, that's positive for your life. You take small parts or large parts of them and make it your own. You can even better it, but have a role model. Number 9, choose your path. Choose your own path. What difference does it make, after all, what your position in life is if you dislike yourself? Woo! Woo! All right. I dropped. Oh! What difference does it make, after all, with your position in life if you dislike yourself? Wow. Talk about that a lot, about loving yourself first. Love yourself. You may listen to other people's opinion, but always choose whatever you feel is best for you. Certain people will give you good or bad advice, but they will never get through or go through your experience. At the end of the day, you are the one who matters the most. You are the one, at the end of the day, who matters the most. Be rational and make great choices. Number 10, the last one, to break away from the you lie the fourth syndrome. Apply what you learn. Apply what you learn. Don't just say you have read books. Show that through them you have learned to think better, be better, evolve, to be more discriminating and a reflective person, to evolve. Books are the training weights of the mind. They are helpful, but it would be a bad mistake to suppose that one has made progress simply by having internalized their contents. It's easy to get into reading or watching self-development videos or even reading this list to get a great knowledge. Even listening to this list on Inspirational Minutes with David to get great knowledge. Always try to have a strong correlation between gathering knowledge and actual achievement. Take notes from what you have read and plan accordingly to apply your knowledge. By doing this, with every material you consume, this will become a habit. Eventually, you will soak up useful information in no time. These are the 10 principles. These are the 10 principles. The 10 principles of breaking the July the 4th syndrome. You made it this far in that video. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification. I'm not going to bug you too much. Just a little bit. Because we're trying to detonate your mind. We're trying to implode and implode or explode simultaneously. To unlearn bad habits and learn great habits, to evolve. It's an evolution of the revolution. Happy holiday. Be safe. Be safe. And remember, I love me because I love you. And if you love you, in return, you will love me. Continue to evolve and smile and pursue happiness within yourself first. I love you. I love you in truth. Peace.